you have to work on something that you actually want to do and not what is trendy, because trends can come and go, but your work has to be authentic. I'm Shambhavi. I am a print designer based out of Delhi and Nainital and all over the country because I travel a lot because of my work. But yeah, I'm mostly stationed in Delhi. And yeah, mostly I create floral prints. That's what my language is. And yeah, I've been doing this for the last 6 years now. And I studied textile design at National Institute of Design. I did my undergraduation, and after that, I worked in the industry for a bit, and then realized that uh, this is something that I want to do. I wasn't really exposed to art when I was a kid. Obviously, there were art classes and everything, but I wasn't very great at it. But I think somewhere around ninth standard, I got to know about this institute called NID, and I did a little bit of research. And that's when, and I'm a very visual person, so I somehow one day just visualized myself being in that space and just learning the unconventional way, and that visual in my mind stuck, and that's what literally drove me to the institute. And yeah, that's what that started it. I'm sure getting a professional degree or studying it really helps you understand what is it that goes into designing, and you basically understand the process. And once you understand that, uh, that's the main difference that I see between a self-taught artist and a person who has actually inculcated all the design learnings is that you from day one you innately have that sense of how things work, and you understand design process better, and maybe you also have some connections, or you build your network while you're studying. You meet people, and you already have a sense of exposure into the industry where you are working with. So that really helps you. So there are two things that you have to keep in mind while creating your portfolio. Number one, you have to be true to yourself, and you have to be true to your work. You can get inspired by, to get a head start, you can get inspired by other people's works or whatever, if you find them interesting or something like that. Whatever you want to do, you can do, but you have to be ethical, number one. And also, you have to work while you're creating your portfolio, you have to work on something that you actually want to do and not what is trendy, because trends can come and go, but your work has to be authentic. And you whatever kind of projects that you want to work in future, you develop that kind of work or that body of work, that so that it attracts the correct clients. What is it that you are actually wanting to change? Because you can't really play with the original form of your craft. So you can look at what are the colors that are trending, or things like that. So obviously Pinterest and Instagram, and there's this for pattern designers, there's Pattern Bank, there is Print Source, and all these shows also that keep happening. So you obviously keep yourself updated for that. But more or less, you have to trust your instincts as an artist. So you don't blindly have to follow trends just because they are there and someone has made it. Can your work be equally relevant, and be it has to fit in your context? So if I'm designing for a project that requires that gives opportunity to my craftsmen and gives them employment opportunities, and it's promoting their craft, they don't really like, to them, whether the color of the year is classic blue or not, it doesn't really matter to them. So, and you can make your own trends, to be, very honest, because until and unless you explore something, and you will not know whether that works or not. It is all these small things. Sometimes it's a good song, sometimes it's a good conversation with a friend that you feel charged. And so you basically have to just, you have to be in the correct frame of mind for me to start working and making something new. But otherwise, I'm very blessed to have a studio based in the mountains. So that's where my best work happens. I call it the mountain studio. So when you're amidst nature, obviously you are calm and you are in that zone. So I think for an artist, having a clear headspace is the best way to get inspired, because otherwise you can't really create anything new. I started developing my own motives and people appreciated it. And also, I started putting out my work, because that was very important. Because if people don't know that you exist, how will they approach you for work? It's as simple as that. So I started putting out my work. I started using correct hashtags to be able to be seen, to increase my visibility on social media. And yeah, and that's, I remember the first project that I got through someone, because they saw my work. That was the day I felt so happy, because that was, I did not approach them and they approached me. And touchwood, since then things have been like that. I get 90% of my projects through Instagram. It's yeah, so Instagram is the new Behance. Everyone nowadays, when they ask where can we see your work, and you don't send Behance profiles, you send your Instagram profile. So uh, yeah, it's really proven to be beneficial for people like me. I'm aware of this platform called Skillshare, if I'm not wrong. There are a lot of people who put tutorials on Skillshare. Pinterest also is a very good source, because you actually, if there is an artwork that has been made by some artist, by getting inspired by something else, you can actually reach to the first image, and you can backtrack the artist also. And yeah, and just hit a lot of books. I love buying books on different types of flora and fauna. And there's another book that I swear by, is this book by Tashkin. I think that's how you pronounce the name. It has a lot of botanical floral drawings. So the next short-term goal for me is to be able to take part in the fairs that happen. So there are these fairs called Print Source and all these places where you can exhibit your work as a company. So I, number one, want to register my company and hopefully take part in those fairs and really take my body of work to the international fans. Maybe I'll open a school for training young artisans. It's just a far-fetched idea, but I just want to work with crafts, and I see myself being settled in Jaipur and working in block printing and yeah, living my life there. Everyone has so much creativity in themselves. They just have to find their voice and just believe in themselves and go forward. Everyone can do anything. You just have to be honest. Thank you so much for having me.